Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, or good evening. Sorry we're a little bit late. We have had troubles getting here this evening to Billericay town, but we're on air, so if you just do it just a couple of seconds late. We haven't got team sheet at the moment. They're just going through the teams now, so I'm just going to have to write them down very quickly. And we'll just... sorry, someone just coming over the team sheets in a second. Well, good evening, everyone. Welcome to a very changed new lodge, or the AGP Arena, as it is now called here at Billericay Town. It's changed a heck of a lot since we were last here 12 long years ago, but it's a very, very lovely stadium. It's we've obviously not been here since. We're just going to get a team sheet very quickly off our friend Mr. Hunter. Thank you very much, sir. Cheers. Okay, so basically we're going to just tell you what's happening. We're in a stand. There's lots of seated areas around, actually. There's a seated stand on the far hand side which stretches from the corner flag to the corner flag on the far all the way along, and it's got some boxes or something above it. There's a big main stand which has got the advert sponsors boxes in it as well. Then we're in a little seated stand here that goes from the halfway line down to the corner flag, and then behind both goals there are covered, sheltered terracing. Lovely ground here at Billericay Town, and obviously the changes under the new chairman have worked really well, because it is absolutely fantastic here this afternoon. Sorry we're a little bit late. We got caught in traffic. We left at 5 o'clock and didn't get here till about 10 minutes ago, then got sent to the wrong place. So there you go. Just let me. I've got to try and find my notes now, because I can tell you that there are no other games in the National League South this evening. There are games in the Premier League as well, so there you go, and we'll just give you some up and coming games for the Rebels coming up in the near future. This Saturday coming, Slough will be home to Gloucester City, 3 o'clock kickoff. Following Saturday, Slough will be away to Hampton and Richmond Borough. That's a 3 o'clock kickoff. That's the 9th of Feb, and then Slough will be at home on the 16th of February. 3 o'clock kickoff at home against Dartford. So if you are new to us here at Rebels Radio, apologies if we haven't put anything out on Twitter, but stuck in traffic, didn't know what time we were going to get it. I want to say good evening to Roscoe Bros, Michael McGranahan, Stockport, I can't even speak today, Stockport County fan, Neil Humphrey, Tosh Sharma, Rebel, and the Phoenix Royal Rebel. Paul and Claire are listening in. If you do want to get in contact with us, you can do so two ways. You can do so either on Twitter, it's at MyFC Rebels Radio, all one word, all in lowercase. Or if you're listening on the YouTube, there's a little chatty room thing that comes through to us here, and we'll try and update those for you regularly throughout the night. We rushed to get in here, so hopefully everything is going to work for the entire night, and that is our main objective for this evening. So there you go, and that's what we kind of hoping for. Run through the teams for you. I know there are a couple of changes for the Rebels as they were short of players. Starting with Billericay Town, in goal is Alain Julian, 2 Joseph Kizzy, 3 Michi Efete, 4 Charlie Wasmer, 5 is Paul Rooney, 7 Kieran Cadigan, 8 Danny Waldron, 9 Ross Lafayette, 10 Adam Coombs, 19 is Moses Manuel, 12 is Jake Howells, who's the captain. Subs for Billericay Town this evening are Sam Deering 6, 13 Mark Smith, 14 Connor Smith, 15 Jesse Debra, and 17 is Alfie Potter. So for the Rebels, it's Jack Turner in goal, 2 Sean Fraser, 3 Josh Jackman, 4 Guy Hollis, 5 Sam Togwell, 6 Scott Davies, 7 is Louis Saws, 8 Simon Dunn, 9 Ben Harris, 10 Matt Lynch, and 11 Warren Harris. Substitutes for the Rebels are 12 George Wells, 14 Mark Nisbet, 15 Manny Williams, 16 Chris Flood, and 17 is Trent Phillips. I can tell you that Lee Togwell isn't here tonight. I believe that his good wife is going into labour. So congratulations, Leo. We'll hope everything goes well for you and your good lady. So I hope that was what I was told was true. And so there you go. That's why Lee Togwell isn't starting tonight. But that is your line. Ladies and gentlemen, that we lost the signal there. Let's just see if we can get everything back up and running. Apologies here for the moment. And just trying to get everything going. It's a little bit of a rush here, I'm afraid, this evening. So apologies that you've just lost the entire thing there. We are just trying to get that back very quickly for you. It's been sent to 2 different places. And we're finally in place, and then everything's going wrong. So just bear with me while we try and sort this out very, very quickly for you. And we're just a couple of minutes away from kickoff. They're just making sure that the pitch is fine. It stopped raining here. There's no actual rain here at the moment. So we're just waiting for the 2 sides to come out for you this evening. Let me just check we're all back on. Apologies there that we lost you there. And there you go. So the 2 sides are coming out. Slough in their home kit of amber and blue, as Billericay play in all blue. You have to excuse me, but the oh, you're joking me, mate. Come on. We're having a little bit of problem because people are walking past and banging into the things here at the moment. So hopefully you're all... I've got someone who's just sat right in front of me, just banging into the table, so everything's moving. So my apologies, it's not my fault. I might even move along at half time if it carries on. Okay, so the 2 sides are just being introduced to each other here. The tannoy system is extremely loud here at the AGP Arena, to give it its actual name. And I'll just quickly go through the Slough side for you again. It's Turner in goal, 2 Fraser, 3 Josh Chapman, 4 Hollis, 5 Sam Togwell, 6 is Davies, 7 Swords, 8 Dunn, 9 Harris, Ben Harris, 10 Matt Lynch, and 11 Warren Harris. As for Billericay, it's Julian in goal, 2 Kizzy, 3 Efete, 4 Wasma, 5 Rooney, 6 is... there's no 6. 7 is Cadogan, 8 Waldron, 9 Lafayette, 10 Coombs, 19 Emmanuel, and 12 is Howells. That is your starting 11 for this game. The referee is in place, and it's quite a mild night actually. I don't know what's going on here at the moment, but it's a rather mild evening. I'm just going to fiddle with me some bits here just to try and turn everything up and hope that we are on a slight problem with the internet signal as well. We're actually having to use my phone and my data allowance, so could be another reason why I keep losing a bit of signal there, but we'll try my best to keep going. The 2 captains, tonight's captain for Slough is Sam Togwell and Howells for Billericay. They're just at the centre. And we do have the slight problem that I can't actually see the corner flag down the right hand side, which isn't the very greatest, but the other position, which was nice and warm inside, wasn't you couldn't see anything. So it looks like Slough will be shooting from left to right this first half, and they will also have the kickoff. Simon Dunn standing over it for Slough as the fans make their way round, and it's not too bad a night here. It's not that bad. It's not cold. It's not snowing at the moment, so we're quite safe at the moment here. Just got more people just come in to bang and sit down as they jump on the chairs. Just waiting for a referee to get today's game underway, tonight's game even. And he's taking his time. A little bit late kicking off, 2 minutes past. Let's go for it, ref. Come on, you can do it. There you go, that is the kickoff here. And Slough with the ball here, inside towards Matt Lynch, immediately under pressure from Emmanuel, finding Sam Togwell. Togwell out here to Josh Chapman, who's playing as the left back this evening. Ball down the line, looking for Saws, and it's gone straight out of play for a throw to Billericay Town. Back under the leadership of their manager Harry Wheeler, who left and then came back. Long throw in, Jackman with a touch away. It's come through to Sam Togwell, hooks the ball on, headed back in here by Billericay, trying to find Lafayette, and it's hooked clear. Coombs is the furthest player forwards for Billericay. He's trying to get on the end of that ball. It's kept on the far hand side by Cadogan. Cadogan played for Southern United against Slough in the FA Cup game, so they'll know what he's like. Also, the number 10, Adam Coombs, played for Welling and scored 2 goals against Slough in that defeat at Welling earlier on in the season. So their balls come in. Louis Saws wins it, hooks it down the line, trying to find Ben Harris. Been clattered by Rooney, I think it is, and gets a free kick there to Slough, halfway inside their own half. And they're just going to leave it for Jack Turner to come forwards and take this. The dugouts here at Billericay, you have to go down some steps to sit into them, so you kind of sit in almost at eye level with the pitch. Long ball played in here looking for Ben Harris, trying to rise up. It comes out here towards Matt Lynch down the right hand side. Crosses first time straight at the goalkeeper Julian, just by his near post, and Julian, who's just in lime green this evening, tries to get Billericay down the field with a long kick down here looking for Coombs, and it's a foul by Lafayette actually on Josh Jackman. It's Slough fans. There's only a handful of little Slough fans who made the journey today. They're making some noise already. Lynching the ball side inside towards Ben Harris. Out here towards Sean Fraser. Down the line looking for Warren Harris. Intercepted there by Effetic. Almost comes through to Dunn. It's hooked clear in the end by Kizzy, the right back. Sean Fraser chests the ball down, but chests it the wrong way. It's one back here by Scott Davies. Turns in the centre of the park. Loses the ball though to Howells, and Howells coming down the far hand side. It's a one-on-one here with Cadigan. Up against Turner. Oh, and Cadigan chips it straight at Turner's hands. He's got to put it either side of the goalkeeper. He scores. He chips it poor into the hands of Jack Turner in the Slough goal. But the ball given away by Scott Davies in the centre. Howells immediately on the attack there for Billericay, and Slough with a led off in these first couple of minutes. Long kick down the field here by Turner looking for Ben Harris. Heads over the top there. Warren Harris will try and keep this in, and does so right by the corner flag in the bit I can't see. Gets the ball back in here towards Matt Lynch. Lynch down this right hand side, trying to create a bit of space. Now I can't see where he's gone. Ball's been won by Ifete. Down the line here, looking for Lafayette, who does well to hold the ball up here. And up against Sean Fraser, just holding the ball. Fraser takes it off his feet. The ball's still in play, and Fraser's won it here with Scott Davies, finding Matt Lynch. Lynch inside towards Davis. Davis, little flick inside here towards Guy Hollis. Down to Sam Togwell. Now playing it across their back four here. Sam Togwell out towards Jackman. Jackman immediately under pressure from Cadigan. Chips the ball down the line here for Simon Dunn. Down the left-hand side. Dunn inside to Jackman, who continued his run, just skipping past a couple of challenges. Slip there by Cadigan, almost allows Jackman in, and Jackman has won it back in. Breaks to the edge of the 18-yard box. Still with the ball. Feeds it in towards Warren Harris, just pushing him away from goal. And Harris then plays it in towards Sean Fraser. Fraser, little ball inside here towards Matt Lynch. Lynch tries a shot from distance. It's Daisy cutter just wide of the goal to Julian's right, but wide of the post as well. But a chance there for Slough. And Slough just got to be careful with the fact that it's almost like a 4-3-3 for both sides here this evening. So we wait for Julian to take this goal kick. Those of you on there, I will try and get to your message sometime in the end. I'm just going to make sure everything's working first. It's Sean Fraser who wins the header, only as far as Howells, who heads it back on. Free header for Scott Davis, heading it on. Howells with a little chest down there, trying to play the ball in. So now trying to nick it here with Warren Hatch, chasing down Effete, who was previously at Bath City, but signed from Maidstone. Ball down the line looking for Coombs. Coombs, lovely little touch. It's intercepted and comes out though towards Lafayette. Spreads it out on the far hand side to Cadigan, going that right hand side. Crosses in first time. It's too close to Jack Turner, who catches it off the head of Guy Hollis. And he's going to look to try and get Slough on the attack here, looking to try and Warren Harris. Warren Harris is a lovely little touch in towards Ben Harris. Harris now going to try and shoot with his left foot. He hits a low shot there, which Julian covers across his goal well, but it was fairly easy for him, 25 yards out, that shot coming in, but Julian watched that really well. There's a group of around 30-35 Slough fans behind that goal to our right that Slough are attacking. Julian just drops the ball on the edge of his 18-yard line, plays a long ball down the field here. It's flicked on well by Coombs, comes over only as far as Guy Hollis, hooking the ball down the field over the top of Rooney, and it will go through to the goalkeeper Julian. And just has the ball just outside of his 18-yard box, down the line here, looking for Coombs. Coombs flicking the ball on. Lafayette's first to the ball for Billericay and holds it in on the far hand side. Been chased down by Simon Dunn, but Lafayette previously of again at Sutton United, previously been at, but made his name at Hemel Hempstead, and he's gone down injured, but it's a throw to Slough on that far hand side, which Josh Jackman will go to take, and it's quite nice. Listening to people, there's Roscoe Bruce, Tim Ravs, Josh's dad's listening in. Good afternoon. Graham Tompkins, I met Graham the other day. Nice to meet you, Graham. Put a face to the name even. Ball played over the top here now for Soers to chase. Up in a foot race here with Wasmer. Soers gets there first. Wasmer comes in with a challenge, and it's I thought it was a corner, but it looks like they came off Soers last, and it's a goal kick to Billericay. Slight little slope on the pitch on the far right hand side. It's not much of a slope, only about 4 or 5 foot down, but you can see it from the size of the advertising boards. You can see a dramatic gap on the far hand side. It's Julian to take this Goal kick here for Billericay. Looks like a lot of people have stayed away with this cold weather and snow that's inclement at this kind of moment. Due any second. Ball played forwards, headed on there by Lynch, only as far as Howes. Howes over the top here, down the right hand side again for Cadigan. Cadigan up against Chapman. Cadigan turns inside, lovely ball inside to Manuel, slips in the box as he plays it, and Warren Harris can clear it with Scott Davis. Ball played out here on the far hand side for Fraser. Fraser's little ball inside towards Dunn. Dunn can't get there, and Howes has come across for Billericay to play it in here towards Efete. Down the line here looking for Coombs. Coombs holding the ball up. Lynch gets his body in the way and wins it for Slough. Down this right hand side. Blocked though by Coombs, and Warren Harris has tried to win it back. Efete looks like it's foul. Tackle's going in. Referee's letting them go along. And Scott Davis gets it out in the end on the far hand side to Chapman. Oh, he's been sold short there. And the referee has pulled it back for a foul, for a free kick to Slough. And that was a little bit lucky there because it looked like Kizzy was going to break down the far hand side. And it's a free kick to Slough, given here towards Scott Davies. Davies out on the far hand side to Chapman. Chapman chipping the ball forward, trying to find Source. Source holding the ball up here for Slough. Inside here towards Matt Lynch. Lynch will spread it here towards Fraser, the right back. Down the line for Ben Harris. Harris gets clipped by Fete, and it's a free kick to Slough, roughly around about 28 yards away from goal. And it looks like Louis Saws will be the man this evening who's going to be the set-piece taker for the Rebels, with Dobson departed. George Wells not in the squad. And as soon as I say that, he's going to leave it for Scott Davies to come across to take. Davies it is with this free kick here for Slough. It's a little bit close to the goalkeeper. It's sort of too close to him. And goalkeeper comes out and claims that well just before the head of Ben Harris can make contact. Ball's rolled out here, though, towards Efete. Being urged to bring the ball forwards here. Skips it. Oh, great challenge by Scott Davis. Wins it here. And it's all here with Matt Lynch. Down the right-hand side. Howes wins it back only as far as Sean Fraser. Inside towards Davies. Davies the ball down the line towards Swords. Swords trying to create a bit of space. Being held here by Howes. And the referee will pick that up as a foul. And he's just telling people that a bit of tugging there by Howes on the arm of Swords. And a free kick to Slough. Levelled the centre circle. Quickly taken here towards Lynch. Lynch coming down this right-hand side here towards Fraser. Fraser in the long sleeve and gloves. Played inside by Guy Hollis to Scott Davis. Back here towards Guy Hollis. Slough played across here towards Sam Togwell. Togwell now just inside his own centre circle. Spreads out towards Josh Chapman. Chapman inside towards Dunn. Dunn to little ball back in towards Chapman. Chapman trying to skip past Cadigan. Oh, skips past immediately. Down the line here for Warren Harris. Popping up on the left-hand side. And Rooney has to clear that one over the top of the stand on the far-hand side, which is quite an achievement because that's quite a high area to clear. And it's a throw to Slough on the far-hand side. And looks like it will be Guy Hollis to come across to take this throw. So he's going to put a long throw into the box. Slough management team just barking some orders here for the Rebels. Just level the 18-yard line for Guy Hollis to put this throw in. And he's just wiping the ball dry there on his shirt. Looks like it's a long throw into the box. Easily headed away, though, by Kizzy. Only as far as Jackman, who takes a shot and forces a really good save from Julian there by Josh Jackman. Hits it a pile driver 25 yards out. Well watched by the goalkeeper, who just pushed it around the goal. And it's a corner here to Slough. And it's going to be on the far hand side. Scott Davies is the player that goes across to take this one. Slough just John Underwood's just coming along and ordering the ball. Ball played into the near post. Flicked on into the centre. It's over the head of the goalkeeper. He can't claim it. It's headed off the line. Ball comes back out, and it's going to be a second corner here to Slough. And Julian just having to go at the referee, claiming that his movement was blocked. Jamie O'Hara, the assistant manager, sat about 15 foot in front of me, 20 foot maybe, 20 foot, let's give it 20 foot. Again, the corner taken short this time in towards Sean Fraser. There's a body going down in the box there. It's Howells, I think, that's gone down, and it'll be a free kick to Billericay. And the referee is being urged by the Billericay players to go towards his linesman. He's just going to make sure the players are right first. And they are just bringing the video on here. If you can hear in the background, you can hear what the Billericay town fans want. They want a red card here. It looks like it's either Guy Hollis or Sam Togwell who was the player involved. And The referee is just having a chat with both of them. I've got a funny feeling he may well be issuing a yellow card here. And it looks like it's going to be Guy Hollis who's the recipient of the yellow card. Guy Hollis just explaining that he was being backed into. So first yellow card, 12 minutes into the game, goes to Guy Hollis. And it'll be a free kick to start the game for Billericay. And John Underwood just prowling this rather large technical area. Just wonder if he's going to... I think he wants to have a word with the linesman to see what was given there. And just John Underwood just asking what was going on. I don't think the linesman saw it, to be honest. But there you go. Julian takes his free kick anyway for Billericay. Out on the far hand side looking for Coombs. Headed away though by Swords. Only as far as Kizzy, the right back. Played down the line here and headed away by Jackman. Only into the centre where it's picked up by Coombs again. Sorry, Lafayette it was. Has the ball taken off him by Scott Davis. Another good challenge by him. Ball over the top here for Ben Harris to chase. Up against Wasmer. Wasmer comes across to play it. Harris gets a touch to it, but just goes out of play for a throw to Billericay down that far hand side. So 0-0 the score, 12 minutes gone. And both teams with a couple of chances. Best chance so far to Cadigan of Billericay. As Kizzy's throw comes in, it's flicked on by Lafayette, straight out of play for a throw to Slough, and it's 10 yards inside the Billericay half. Just waiting for a ball to come in. And it'll be Josh Chapman to take the throw on the far hand side. Good evening to Jim Robertson at Slough Town Vlogs. I don't know who that is. SS, Mark S, Gerald Taylor, all listening in this evening. Thank you very much for joining us. And it's foul there by Slough, and it's a free kick to Billericay straight down the line. They've taken it. Is it a foul? That's a throw to Billericay, my apologies. Kizzy takes it quick, finding Wasmer. Wasmer can turn and play the ball out to the left back Efete, who's closed down by Lench. Back inside here towards Howells. Howells looks like he's the playmaker here for Billericay, being urged to hold the ball up into Moses Emmanuel. Back here towards Howells. Howells under pressure from Warren Howells. Spreads it across to the centre-back Rooney. Rooney looking to play the ball forward, looking for the run of Kizzy down the far hand side, trying to feed in Cadigan, but just too much on the ball, and it runs straight out of play for a goal kick here to Slough. The pitch is looking in very good condition here. It's a little bit, it's not bare in places, but you can certainly see the mud on it there, but very good condition pitch here. There's Jack Turner goes to take this goal kick, and it's Turner with this goal kick from his 6-yard line, all dressed in red this evening is Turner. There's this long ball down the field looking for Warren House, headed away by Rooney. Sam Togwell then heads it on to Howells, well taken off him by Warren House, in towards Scott Davis, finding Matt Lynch. Lynch turns inside, finds Simon Dunn. Dunn, looked like a diving challenge there, but Dunn tries to keep the ball, and another challenge comes in, and now we'll go back to the goalkeeper Turner. And Turner, long kick out here, headed on though into the centre by Waldron, into the path of Kizzy. Kizzy down the line, well intercepted though by Josh Chapman, trying to skip past the challenger Kizzy. Comes off Josh Chapman last. It will be a throw to Billericay, just inside the Slough half. And Kizzy, the right back, will take this throw for the Blues, who's miles away from where it been out. Throws it down the line here. The linesman indicates it's a foul by Guy Hollis on Coombs, and the free kick to Billericay down the sideline, 25 yards away from goal, but literally right down the side touchline. And it's Howells who goes across to take it for Billericay. The two centre-backs, Wasmer and Rooney, have come forwards for this. And Howells puts it right into the, headed away by Sam Togwell. Comes to the edge of the box where Louis Saws picks the ball up here for Slough and tries to feed it in. Oh, it comes through to Warren Harris. Harris has got a chance now with, I don't know who's on the far-hand side, but Warren Harris is going it himself. He skips past the challenge of Efete. Efete comes back. That's really good defending, though, by the left-back to bring the ball out. And he's done well to beat Harris, keeps the ball in and down the line, looking for Lafayette. And Slough are a little bit disappointed that there's a head injury to looks like Simon Dunn is the player that's down injured with a head injury, and the Slough management team weren't happy that the ball wasn't kicked out earlier. I think the fact that the play had gone down the other end of the pitch was maybe why. but Dunn looks like he's going to be okay to continue. So there you go, good. And Dunn just down on the floor here at the moment, just being treated by the physio, Alex. Good afternoon to Danny Stacey, who's listening in. Slough Town vlogs Slough games. I don't know what vlogs are, but there you go. Bill Hill, thank you very much for listening in, Bill. Hope you're well. It's still Simon Dunn getting some treatment here down on this inside the centre circle. And he comes off. It's just look at it. Looks like he's fine. Just a little bang on the head. He's just holding his above his eye there, but seems to be okay. But he's going to come off here. And the referee just in conversation with Slough's captain Sam Togwell about what's going to be the restart here. Dunn comes off the pitch here, so the referee has the ball in his hands. He's going to ask Coombs to play the ball back towards the goalkeeper. And Coombs just hammers it straight out of play for a goal kick from a dead ball position now. And Dunn's back on the pitch, now back to 11. And to Harris is just in conversation here for Slough as Turner just looks to... it's like Turner's time wasting already. And it's a goal kick here for Slough. Turner to take. It's, the Slough fans just gone a little bit quiet down that far end at the moment. There's a long kick here by Turner, looking for Harris, headed on by Wasmer, chested down by Coombs into the path of there's Coombs with the run there, and he just ran into a Slough player. Billericay straight round the referee here. Coombs is down injured, and it's going to see what the referee will do here. If it's Guy Hollis is in trouble. He's already got a yellow card. The referee just pulling him over, and I guess he's going to pull Sam Togwell, the captain, over as well. So I guess this is a final warning to Guy Hollis. He's just pointed out that's the third challenge that Guy Hollis has made, which he's given a foul for. And you can hear what the Billericay fans think. They think that should have been a second yellow card. As it is, it's a free kick to Billericay, 35 yards out plus. It's Howell standing over it. He plays it into the box. Some pushing and shoving in the box. Referee hasn't seen it. It's sort clear by Simon Dunn towards Warren Harris. Harris trying to get there. It's a high ball by Cadigan, played in further here by Howell. Swept away by Guy Hollis. Howell then gets the lucky deflection. It runs back to him and he plays it down the line. Challenged by Sean Fraser, and the two players have gone down injured, and then it's swept clear by Ben Harris, and again a Billericay player down injured in the box. It's Moses Emmanuel, and again he just collided with Sean Fraser. Just he's fine on his feet. Julian, the goalkeeper, with the ball, and Julian just trying to walk on. Emmanuel has to just run back onside and plays the ball down the line towards Coombs. Coombs, lovely little flick on finding Cadigan. Cadigan down the outside towards Emmanuel. He's made a miraculous recovery. Crosses in first time. Great ball at the far side. It comes off the head of Coombs, and Coombs' header is wide of the goal, but it takes it away from Waldron, who was coming in at the back post. He was trying to get on the end of that, but a good ball in there by Moses Emmanuel, still holding his back. And it's a goal kick to the Rebels. It's let me see how we're doing. 20 minutes gone. 0-0 score between the two sides. As Jack Turner comes to take this goal kick. And Danny Stacey's listening in with Edzio, which I guess is his child, who's 8 years old. If it's not your child, then whose child is it? It's the ball headed away though by Wasmer, flicked on here by Waldron into the path of Coombs. Coombs trying to find Lafayette. Lafayette with a little bit of a ball at his feet, just being forced wide by Slough. We've got back in numbers, trying to find Cadigan. Cadigan holds it back in towards Waldron, finding Kizzy, the right back, just inside the Slough half, and back here with Rooney, finding his centre back partner Wasmer. Wasmer hits it with the outside of his foot, trying to find Coombs. Coombs a little cushion chest down, but Matt Lynch is there to win the ball, and he plays it back towards Turner. And Turner's kick is on the far hand side, flicked on by Dunn. It goes the other way, and Wasmer gets hold of it in towards Rooney. Little ball by Howes. Howes overhits it, and Wasmer chases to get the ball back in towards Julian. Down the near hand side for the goalkeeper to play it to Rooney, the centre back, bringing the ball out here. Billericay's centre backs like to play the ball out. Long ball down the field here for Coombs. Coombs winning the header there, but straight out of playing out for a throw to the Rebels. And like I say, Coombs was the player who scored 2 goals against Slough when Slough went to winning earlier in the season. It's like changes of personnel here for Billericay. Little flick on header there, trying to find Lynch. Lynch just can't get the ball, but it ricochets off Howell's leg, and Lynch chases it down, goes all the way back toward Julian. Julian under pressure, hooks the ball clear, and finds Waldron in the centre. Oh, it's given it away to Lynch. Lynch with a chance for Slough. Oh, great save though by Julian. He was presented with the ball by Waldron, who didn't realise that Lynch was still there. He tried to play it back to his goalkeeper. Lynch was there. Julian came out very sprightly and quick to block that ball there. And Lynch just turned and shot, but Julian already come out, and Julian has the ball at his feet here and plays it back here towards Rooney. Rooney across to Wasmer. Ben Harris being urged to push forwards. Ball played in towards Howells. Howells chips it across to Rooney. Rooney just has to stretch to get to the ball. And then plays it down the field here looking for Lafayette in towards Kizzy. Kizzy now the left back inside into Waldron. Waldron being under pressure. Now with all the people behind the ball at the moment. Here we begin with Rooney trying to find Lafayette on the far hand side. Lafayette up against Fraser, keeps the ball in and finds Fete, the left back, just being shepherded by Warren House towards Howells, finding Waldron. Waldron's got a bit of space under pressure from Dunn, finds Rooney. Rooney can bring the ball forward, shoots from distance, but it's he's 35 yards away from goal, and his shot ends up a good 10 yards away from goal as well. So there you go. It's, do you know what I think it is? It looks like it's a little bit of drizzle coming down here at the moment. Hasn't turned to snow yet. Slough Town Vlogs is telling me that vlogs are videoing and showing my reactions to goals and decisions. So I don't got a clue what a vlog is. But there you go. Ball played forwards here, looking for the head of Rooney. Heads it away to finding Cadigan. The Slough fans singing now down that far hand side. Cadigan gets the lucky bounce, so it hits him on the shoulder, and it's intercepted though really well by Lynch. Lynch inside has the ball. Inside towards Warren Hatch, just overruns it. Oh, just great challenge by Fete, holds the ball up. Lynch looked like he was going to go in with a heavy challenge. It's Scott Davis who wins the ball, and it's a free kick here. And it looks like Davies might get a yellow card as well. The referee, first of all, making sure that Ifete's fine. Bakes and Unders are really disappointed with that. I think that he went for the ball. You can, if you're listening, you can mostly hear it. So there you go. But Ifete's down injured. It's Davies going to get a card. So let's just see what colour it is. Sam Togwell just with the referee doing. And it's really because both players went for the ball. You don't get the luxury of an action replay, but it just looks like they both went for the ball. It's a yellow card to Scott Davies on 25 minutes. And the linesman just telling, I think he just listened to the gentleman who's strengthened me telling Unders to get into his technical area. So it's a free kick here though to Billericay. Good, just 10 yards inside the Slough half. Waldron is the player that's going to take it for Billericay. And he plays it in. It's a poor one. Easily headed away though by Slough. All the way back here to Fete, who suddenly makes a miraculous recovery. Plays the ball down the field on the far hand side. And it's flicked on here, looking for the run there. And there's a foul by Lafayette. It's very funny because the Billericay fans, there's a group in front of me who are just shouting at the referee. Lafayette just fouls Jackman there. Jackman goes down. It's a free kick, and they're like, "Oh no, what are you doing? Oh, it's not a free kick. You can't give a free kick against Billericay. It's not in the laws." It's going to be a free kick though to Slough, which Jack Turner will take, and it's just on the edge of his 18-yard tram line. Long ball down the field for him. Looking for Ben Harris, flicked on and came off the head last of Slough players, so it's gone out of play for a Billericay Town throw. And Ken Fish is listening in. whilst watching the slalom second run. I know, is it that the snow that bad around your house, Ken, that you're actually got the slalom going on down your street? The ball's come off Josh Chapman for another throw to Billericay. This time they're up to around about the halfway line. Kizzy, the right back, takes it looking for Lafayette. Lafayette just eases the ball down towards Coombs down this near hand side. Coombs trying to run down. He plays the ball in. It's a little bit behind everyone towards Emmanuel, who he kind of opens his body to side foot it into the bottom of the corner, but he hits it well wide of the goal, and it's another fairly good chance for Billericay, but not on target. So there you go. Jamie O'Hara just having a chat with some of the Billericay fans behind by me. I think they want Jake Robinson back, who's at Maidstone United. As Turner, long kick down the field here by the Slough goalkeeper. Looking for again for Ben Harris, who flicks the first header on. Simon Dunn tries to win the second. It's one back here by Rooney. Then Cadogan tackles his own place. Now over with Ben Harris. Plays it off. Waldron on the far hand side for a throw to the Rebels. And Saws will leave it for Josh Chapman to take. Slough fans just making a bit of noise. They are still here. And a quick throw in for Slough. Given away though and hooked clear by Billericay, only as far as Sam Togwell. 10 yards inside his own half. Sweated across here towards Guy Hollis. Hollis trying to bring the ball forwards here under pressure from Coombs. Still skipping past the challenge. Plays it down the line towards Warren Harris. Comes off Howells last. It's a throw to Slough. Harris takes it quickly, looking for Matt Lynch. Lynch under pressure just gives it to Sam Togwell just before Lafayette can get it in towards Chapman. Chapman's first time ball, trying to find Ben Harris. Run down the far hand side for Saws to chase. And Kizzy sees it out for a throw to Billericay right by their own corner flag. Deep inside their own half. The subs, they've got some subs warming up already. And Kizzy's just been told by the referee to go back a little bit further. And the ball plays in, hits, comes in here towards Lynch. Lynch 35 yards away from goal. He gets tackled, waiting on the ball, but Warren Harris wins it back for Slough. Inside here towards Scott Davis. Davis finding Sean Fraser just inside his own half. Back here towards Fraser. Little ball inside finding Dunn. Dunn trying to skip past the challenge, but held up by Waldron. But Davis finds Chapman on the far hand side. To foot inside the Billericay half. He plays it down the line in towards Warren Harris. Back here towards Chapman. Chapman just gets the ball in, keeps it in down his near hand side. Crosses first time, trying to find Lynch, and it's away from him. If Fete comes across to hook the ball, but Lynch blocks the ball. But unfortunately for Slough, what he does is he blocks the ball, spins off his back and into the hands of the goalkeeper Julian. And Julian with a long kick down the field. Easy control here by Josh Chapman. Plays it in towards Saws. Saws yet to get in the game down this left hand side. Tries to get it in. Blocks. Had his run blocked, and the referee didn't see that. And it's exactly the same as what happened to the Billericay player. Unfortunately, the Saws didn't go down pretending. That was the difference. Ball played up here to Lafayette. Chested the ball down well. Good control by him. Inside here for Waldron. Ball played forwards here looking for Coombs. Sean Fraser with the header away towards Sam Togwell, who hooks the ball up in the night sky. Warren Harris up against Waldron. Waldron's header wins the ball, but Lynch is there for Slough. Into Scott Davis. Finding Chapman. Chapman down the line towards Ben Harris. Oh, ball wasn't the best towards Saws. It's intercepted by Billericay, but they give the ball away. And it's a bit scrappy here at the AGP Arena. Ball's here with Scott Davies, easily spotted with his orange-toed boots. In towards Guy Hollis, finding Sean Fraser. Fraser inside towards Lynch. Lynch being chased down by Howells. Back out here towards Hollis. Hollis gives the ball away to Fete. And it's here now with Wasmer. Wasmer's ball inside here, finding Rooney. Rooney, the centre-back, back across. 10-15 yards inside the run half. Wasmer tries to go forwards with the ball. In towards Coombs. Coombs, lovely that he's a good target man is Coombs. Holds the ball up well. Into Waldron, finding Howells. The two centre midfielders right in the centre circle though for Billericay. The wide men, the right back and the left back are further forwards. Cadogan, the right midfielders, had to come deep to get the ball. Back inside here towards Howells. And he goes across to Wasmer. Wasmer back inside towards Howells. Now putting a little bit of pressure on with the Billericay having the ball. And a long ball over the top here for Kizzy, the right back, to chase, but too far off, goes out of play for a goal kick. 0-0. Kevin Jackman is Josh's uncle. They're listening in Christchurch in New Zealand. So good evening to you, or whatever time it is, morning to you in over there. So Chris Phillips is having an Indian in Ruislip. I hope that's a meal, Chris. Otherwise, that's bringing a different kind of thought into my mind. But there you go. Ball's here with Sam Togwell. Inside towards Scott Davis. Davis goes all the way back to Jack Turner. Turner has to chase the ball back to his byline. He's being chased down by Coombs. Managed to get the ball there, looking for Lynch. So Lynch has just pushed off the ball. Referee says no foul. Ifete chases. Oh, and he gives. It's almost going to break to. Slough looking for a free kick, and now that could be a yellow card here to a Billericay player. I know it's unusual, but it looks like it is. The ball was played in, and Ifete played it across the back four, and Ben Harris tried to get there. Got a little push in the back. And it looks like it's going to be Kizzy, the right back, who gets a yellow card for Billericay on 32 minutes for a foul. And Slough have a free kick here, which is roughly about 25 yards away from goal. Quite a central position here for Slough. Ben Harris is the player that's put the ball down. There's a 4-man wall here for Billericay. Looks like it's going to be a 5-man wall with Manuel joining in the. I think it doesn't matter because Josh Chapman's going to join the ball anyway. So it is Ben Harris standing over. Scott Davis is there as well, but I think it's Ben that's going to take the shot. The wall has got Louis Sawes on the one end and Josh Chapman on the other end. And the referee blows his whistle for Ben Harris to come and take. Hits it hard and low. It's deflected! Oh! It's hit the post and come all the way across the goal, behind the goalkeeper, and gone out. And he's given... What's he given? A corner? The linesman has seen something. This is in the part of the corner flag that I can't see. He's given a corner to Slough. So the free kick took a deflection. It hit the post on the far right-hand side. Went across the goal, spun across the goal with some pace behind Julian, the goalkeeper. Went past the other side and has gone out for a corner to Slough, which Scott Davies has come across to take. So this will be an out-swinging corner here for the Rebels. And Lynch goes, Sam Togwell goes down in the box. Nothing given. The ball comes out here towards Sean Fraser. Fraser back inside here towards Scott Davies. Davies gets on to his left foot. Crosses this time. It's well wide. Coombs with the header away on the far hand side. It goes out of play for a throw to Slough halfway inside the half. I think Sam Togwell was just trying to draw the referee's attention that there's a player gone down here. I think it's Moses Emmanuel who's gone down. And he needs some treatment. It is Moses Emmanuel who's gone down injured. So there's a little break in play here at the moment. If you've got ticket number 27861, then you've won £115. So there you go. While this injury is going, Billericay have come over to get drinks and a little chat with their manager Wheeler. And it's Emmanuel down injured. Slough is still on the pitch in little groups just having discussions, but it is a throw to the Rebels. And this is what kind of gets me, is Billericay have just come across here for a little group huddle chat with the manager, whatever. Slough want to take the throw in. Surely if the game's ready, you should just play it. And if Billericay want to have a chat, that's their fault. Slough should just be given the chance to play it forwards. As it is, Emmanuel leaves the pitch injured. It looks like he's just going to have a little run down the side before coming in. Josh Chapman will take the throw once the game does come in. Coombs is standing in front of his position, which is why... in fact, it's Guy Hollis with the long throw on the far-hand side, actually. Sorry, just see the numbers. I think Emmanuel may be the player coming off in a minute. So it's Guy Hollis with this long throw. Coombs standing in front of it. Ball played into the box. Headed up in the air by Wasmer. Underneath it is Chapman. Chapman being pushed off the ball by Lafayette. Comes through to Coombs. Coombs' header finding Howells in towards Coombs. Well intercepted by Scott Davis. He plays the ball in. He gives the ball away though to Howells. Howells immediately down the field looking for the run of Cadigan. Cadigan down that right hand side up against Hollis. Hollis just comes in, pokes the ball out of play for a throw. So Billericay still temporarily down to 10 men at the moment. So it looks like they're going to take the throw quickly from Cadigan in towards Waldron. Back here towards Kizzy. Kizzy tries to cross. It's blocked by Scott Davis. Out of play for a throw. Oh, ball still in play. Come out of play for a throw right by the corner flag now here for Billericay. And this time Kizzy will be the player that takes this throw and takes it inside here. It's poked in towards the goal. It's poked all the way through actually to Jack Turner in the Slough goal, who gratefully just takes that with several players just watching. Gerald wants to know if I'm getting any. I haven't got any tea or food at the moment, so Turner just dropping the ball in the 18-yard box, plays the ball down the field, looking for. I mean, this is crazy by Wasby. He jumps all over the back of Warren Harris. It is a free kick, but he's got no chance of winning the ball. He's all over the back. It's a free kick to Slough, 40 yards away from goal. Scott Davis is going to be the player that takes it. Emmanuel's back on the pitch for Billericay. And Slough take it quickly, looking for Warren Harris. Harris is by the edge of the box, trying to play a ball, plays it in, it's come off Harrell's last. And Billericay are complaining that the referee allows Slough to take the free kick quickly. And, it's... I don't get it because, he's blown the whistle for the free kick to be taken and that's it. It's live, Slough turned on quickly and taken it. Anyway, it's a corner to the Rebels. Again, Scott Davis is the player to take it. Keeping our eye on any pushing and shoving going on in the box. Sam Togwell being manhandled in the box there. The ball played in, headed by Lynch. Comes back out here towards Scott Davis. It's a bit that I can't see. Davis chips it back into the far hand side. Oh, gosh. It was... I'm trying to see who. I think it was Josh Jackman at the far post. I just can't see who it is because he's blocked by a player. So it's Ben Harris who was driving at the back post, trying to get to the ball, but he just couldn't get there. It was just oasted over his head. And that, if he'd have got any contact on that, that would have been a goal. But he didn't. And Julian now takes his time getting the ball here for Billericay. No half-time quiz for you today, but we do have something a little bit different. So don't panic at half time that there's not a quiz question, but we do have something which we've stolen from somebody. So Gerald Taylor wants to know if I'm getting a half time cup of tea. I'm not getting anything, Gerald. I'm just sitting here freezing. It's not actually that bad actually tonight. I could just take a couple of layers off. Well, that would be scary. Julian, long ball down the field here. Coombs tries to win it. He pushes the player out of the way. I mean, this is it. He had a word with Guy Hollis about the number of fouls he's committed. Coombs has just come in and pushed the Slough player down to the ground, and he doesn't say a word to him. It's a free kick here for Slough. Sam Togwell will take it. It's 10 yards inside the Slough half. And it's... he goes all the way back to the goalkeeper, Turner, who's 15 yards outside of his box. And Turner trying to find Ben Harris down the near-hand side, but that's way too close to the goalkeeper, Julian. And he grabs that one on the edge of his 18-yard, but just drops it on the floor and then plays the ball down the line. Free header for Sean Fraser, but only as far as Wasmer. Wasmer now plays it in towards Lafayette. Good control into the path for Coombs. Coombs 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper. Oh, superb save by Jack Turner with his feet. Ball comes out though to Emmanuel. Inside here towards Howes. Howes under pressure. Emmanuel tries to turn. Does really well to turn. Still running with the ball. Takes a shot. It's taken a deflection. It's bouncing around inside. It's a goal to Billericay. I can't see who scored because everyone's just got up. The idea is to sit down in a stand and then people can see. Emmanuel. It's Billericay with the goal. It's Emmanuel with the goal for Billericay on 40 minutes. Oh, just, jeez, man. It's a goal to Billericay. It's Manuel that's been given the goal. It's just a goalmouth scramble there, and from 6 yards out, he's put the ball into the back of the net. Billericay lead 1-0. It was just after Jack Turner had made a really, really good save from Coombs with his leg. Just what Slough didn't want, but not much you can say about the defending. It wasn't that. It was, the ball was just bouncing around, and Slough couldn't get the clearance, and Emmanuel fired home from early distance. So it's 1-0 to Billericay. And it's Slough with the kick-off here with Scott Davies. Davies inside towards Dunn. Dunn can turn on the far-hand side, finding Josh Chapman. Down in towards Source. Source really not got into this game yet. Plays a little ball inside towards Davies. Davies just goes back towards his goalkeeper, which is really silly because he gives the ball away. It's given back one by Source. Source ball down the line for Ben Harris. Harris, good control by him. Just overrun it. Comes through to Efete, who hammers the ball clear for Billericay. Coombs with the header up against Togwell. Hooked on cleared though by Jackman. Kizzy with the header away, straight out of play, and a throw to Slough just inside the Billericay half. Jackman will take in towards Davies, just a little bit behind him. Jackman down the line, hooked clear by Kizzy again. Togwell with the header comes through to Matt Lynch. Lynch inside his own half, bringing the ball away here for Slough. Trying to trip it down the line here, but No one made the run that far forward. It goes all the way through to Julian in the goal. And he takes his time, waits for Ben Harris to come before picking the ball up. And it's Julian here with this long kick into this dark sky. Flicked on by Cadigan, though. It runs all the way through to Turner in the Slough goal. And his ball comes out on the far hand side towards Source. Heavy touch by him. And he plays the ball inside here towards Davis. Davis just flicks the ball and gives it away to Emmanuel, the scorer. He then just gives the ball away to Slough. And it's becoming very, very scrappy here, just like the goal that was scored. But it's a throw to Slough on the far hand side. Jackman will take it. There's someone here who's looking at his phone to see who scored the goal, even though he's here at the game. Ball over the head here, comes through to Lynch. Lynch down on the left-hand side this time, trying to run through. It's cleared by Rooney and hooked away by Sam Togwell in towards Davies. Davies goes backwards again, this time though towards Guy Hollis. Hollis under pressure from Coombs and then plays the ball straight out of play. Very scrappy here between both sets of players here at the moment. Ifete with the throw to Wasma, gives it back in. One back by Warren Harris. Now looking for a foul and will get it. And again, no indication of a word from the referee. Sean Fraser's taking this a couple of yards inside the Billericay half, which, much to the annoyance of the Billericay fans in front of us, it is in the wrong place. And Fraser takes it short in towards Simon Dunn. Gets the ball back here. And Slough going backwards again in triangles. Here with Davies. Down the line towards Fraser. Fraser plays it in and gets a lucky ricochet from Ifete. In towards Warren Harris. Down the right hand side. Plays it, cuts it across. In towards Ben Harris. He turns, shoots. Equalizer for the Rebels. Ben Harris with the goal. It's a low shot. It's a skimmer across the ground. And an equaliser for the Rebels on 43 minutes. Ben Harris with the goal. Good assist there from Warren Harris. It looked like Slough had gone backwards. But they're back in the game with Ben Harris's 10th goal of the season. Scored from the 18-yard line. Good evening to Rebel who's having a chat. Warren Carter's listening. He had to look to see what the score was on his phone. I could tell you it's 1-1 now. There you go. So, and now the Slough fans have suddenly come awake. They've been a little bit quiet so far this game. It's Kickoff here. Ben Harris just slowly getting back into the half, and then it's Kickoff here for Billericay. Played in towards Waldron. Waldron going to chip it out on the far hand side, looking for Lafayette, who wins the header, flicking it on towards Coombs. And I mean, it's a dive. Referee. Hollis gets the ball, right? So this is what happens, right? Hollis gets the ball. He plays the ball. Coombs goes over his leg, right? And now I don't get it. He's blown his whistle. He's given a throw. So why blow your whistle? I don't get it. I really don't understand what this referee is doing here. Coombs is up to his feet. He's given a throw, and it's a throw. But why does he need to blow the whistle? If you're blowing the whistle, you're indicating it's a free kick of some kind. So this bloke just decided to stand up so that you can't see what's going on. Thank you. That's it. Nice one. There's a throw in the end here to Billericay. Taken in here to Emmanuel. Emmanuel trying to turn, holding the ball up. Comes back out here towards Ifete. Crossed in by Howell. So a turn here by Coombs. Coombs tries to get there. It's well cleared by Guy Hollis from the feet of Coombs, just a yard out. But wide of the goal. It's a corner to Billericay. Howells is going to take it. The Slough management team are incensed with the referee. They're taking it out on the poor linesman down this near-hand side. The corner comes in. It's well headed away by Sam Togwell. And Soares collects the ball for Slough. Up against his fellow number 7, Cadigan. Holds the ball up. Inside here towards Scott Davis. Davis trying to try. Oh, I mean, come on, referee! That is terrible. Lynch is running with the ball with Howells. Howells just shoulder barges him to the floor. And it's some idiot in front reckons it's a dive. Howells gets the yellow card. I mean, it's crazy. Howells is running down the side. He just shoulder barges him to the floor. What are these fans complaining about? There's a bloke here going bonkers. He's got Tourette's. kicking the ball to the... Sorry? Anyway, it's a free kick here to the Rebels, which Scott Davis will take. And the ball played in here. It's headed away, though, by Rooney. Back here towards Davis. Scoops the ball up in the air. Looking for... It's flicked on by Coombs again. Trying to find Emmanuel down this near-hand side. Great ball down the run here for Lafayette to chase. Hollis is there. Keeps the ball in towards Warren Harris. In towards Dunn. Dunn the ball inside towards Lynch. Lynch going to turn. Holding the ball up. Here towards Sam Togwell. Togwell plays it back here towards Turner. Turner being chased down by Lafayette. Gets the clearance down. Soares can't gamble. It's gone all the way through to Julian in the Billericay goal. He's the shout that you could hear all around the ground as he called for that ball. And then just rolls the ball outside of his 18-yard box. Ben Harris comes across to close him down. Ball played forwards here. It's flicked on by Coombs only as far as Lynch. And Lynch hooks the ball down the field, but no one there to chase. And Julian will just see the ball back here for a throw to Billericay. And Kizzy will be the right back who will take this throw. Just 10 yards inside his own half. Played in here again. Lafayette flicking the ball onto Cadigan. Down the line here for Coombs to chase. Coombs up against Hollis. Hollis trying to shield the ball out. Took a touch off Hollis, but he managed to keep it out. It's gone out for a corner to Billericay. And again, Coombs, who's his play today has been absolutely brilliant. He holds the ball up well. He's winning headers, and he's just chased that ball in the corner wing. A corner for Billericay. Howes has got across to take the corner. In swinging corner here for Slough to defend. God knows how many minutes of added time there are. We haven't got a clue. As Howes takes this corner. Bouncing around, headed over the top of the bar and out for a goal kick. And in fact, it is the half-time whistle here at the AGP Arena. It's 1-1. And an entertaining game here for both sets of fans. With Billericay taking the lead for Moses Emmanuel on 40 minutes now with an equaliser just 3 minutes after through Ben Harris. But the game has been fairly entertaining. Both teams have had some very good chances. It's 1-1, and you've got to remember that we are sitting amongst all the Billericay Town fans, so we've got to be careful what we say. So we're not going to do a half-time quiz, but what I'm going to do is steal something that was in the programme the other day. There was an interview done by Warren Carter, better known as Bryden Revel, who interviewed the managers, and one of the questions that they brought up was what is their best 11 of the players that they'd ever had. So on the forum, they changed it slightly to what were the best 11 players that have played under Bakes and under. So what I want you to do is come through to me. I will try and open Twitter up if I can. If you're on the little chat room, come through. Let's start off with your best 11. If you come through on the little chat room, tell us your best 11 players for the Rebels. Mark Gooding says it's chucking it down in Slough, rain turning into sleet to snow, but it's not settling. So if you're in Slough, it's not too bad over there. So yes, if you want to come through to us, just come through with your best 11 of players who have played under Bakes and Unders. Come through to us on the little chat room. It's a little bit easier, and I'll give you a little shout out with your best 11s. Just tell us who you are and why, and we'll give you that. Colin Davis says, can you put a padlock on the caged animals you're sitting near? Well, that's a little bit mean, Colin. That's not very nice, is it? It was just literally one guy who was stood not far from the dugout. There's not much protection between the dugout, and he was just having a little bit of a rant and rave with a few swear words, just having a go. But it's all just nice and quiet here. Don't worry. Everything's fine here at the AGP Arena, as it is called. And yeah, so there you go. I can't see what's going on because everyone's standing up now. So there you go. So come through with us with your things from the best 11 for the Rebels under Bakes and Unders. I will try and find for you the scores from the Premier League, because I know that there's some Premier League. That's mostly what you're all doing, isn't it? Is you're all sitting there watching Newcastle versus Man City in the warmth while we're freezing here, and Yeah, freezing cold. I just about found my toes somewhere. But there you go. I was very kindly offered when we got here that I had a chance to go and get a cup of tea. But it's all the way on the far hand side, up some stairs, and that means leaving the microphone with some of these people, which I don't really want to do. Okay, so as not match of the day tonight, but I believe it is tomorrow, let's just run through the goals in some of the other games around. In the Premier League, it's Arsenal 0, Cardiff 0, Fulham 0, Brighton and Hove Albion 2, Huddersfield 0, Everton 1, Man United 0, Burnley 0. That's an 8 o'clock kickoff. Newcastle 0, Man City 1, 8 o'clock kickoff as well. And Wolves 0, West Brom 0. Into the Sky Bet Championship, Bolton Wanderers 0, Reading 0, Swansea 1, Birmingham City 1. Into League 1, it's Blackpool 0, Wycombe Wanderers 1, Bradford City 2, Shrewsbury 1, Bristol Rovers 2, Peterborough 1. It's Gillingham 0, Accrington Stanley 0. And again, still no start for Matty Stevens still not starting for Peterborough United, and not on the... So he could come back here if we want. Luton 1, Portsmouth 0, Oxford United 1, Barnsley 0. Into League 2 we go. It's Forest Green Rovers 0, Mansfield 1, MK Dons 1, Oldham 0, Newport County 0, Port Vale 0. We won't go to Scotland because that's too cold. In the National League North, it's 0-0 between Spennymoor and Boston United. And in the Bostik Southern Central League, it's Chalfont St Peter 0, Hayes and Yedding 4. Hayes and Yedding are currently the top scorers in the top 4 levels of non-league football. So there you go. So they're banging in some goals again this evening. So there you go. So let's just have a look, see if anything's going on here this moment. There's not many of you answering the thing for the best 11, so if you do want to come through with your best 11, come through to us there, and we'll give you a little shout out. Just got the groundsman just forking the pitch. A couple of people doing that. The pitch in really good condition here at Billericay Town. We've had a lot of rain earlier this as we came up here this evening on the coach, and it's held up well, has the pitch here at Billericay. So the last time that we came here to Billericay was 12 years ago, and its ground has changed a heck of a lot here. So there's lots of seats here on the far hand side. It goes all the way from corner flag to corner flag. It is raining here at the moment in Billericay, but it's like a light drizzle here at the moment, and it's not turned into snow or anything yet, so not been as bad as predicted at the moment. But yes, the goals behind, areas behind each goal have very high, tall, terraced cover there, and it's a lot of improvements going around. I was in the bar earlier when trying to find the toilet, actually not in the bar because also I wouldn't drink and commentate. You don't want to do that, the police will stop you. A lovely bar here at Billericay Town as well. There's a little upstairs bit for the corporate entertainment and hospitality that's very nice, but we're in a little bit of a stand that runs from the halfway line to the other corner. There's a little food counter down the far hand side, but lots of improvements done at this ground, and although a lot of people may moan about the chairman here and his antics and stuff, but certainly put a lot of money into this football club, and it is a fantastic ground here at Billericay, and it's very fan friendly as well. Lots of there's like a tea bar in each kind of corner kind of thing, and the bar was absolutely fantastic. So we've got we got a best 11 here of Turner, Wells, Nisbet, Jackman, Togwell, Marty Leach, or I don't know, I think that's supposed to be Lench, Togwell, Ben Harris, Dobbo, Warren Haas and Matty Stevens. That's his starting 11, but that's only a recent one. No Dave Woosley in there, young man. Baby boy hasn't got Dave Woosley in his team, which I think is the biggest disappointment you could ever give, as Dave Woosley, one of the best centre-backs to play for Slough in modern times. But that's why we do these things, so that we can give you some pointers into who you should be picking in your team. There you go. So yeah, just a little bit. We haven't had an attendance figure here today. It's just starting to come down a little bit heavier, the rain here in Billericay. Slough will be looking to stay in that dressing room a little bit longer. I guess with the rain here at the moment, it means that the temperature's not as low as it was. So it's still pretty cold though. So for all of you people at home sitting there in the warmth, just bear a thought for the small group of supporters that came down to Billericay on this cold. You can just see Manny Williams out there now, just going for a little warm up. And Manny just having a little bit of a kickabout with George Wells. I do believe that the thing was that Lee Togwell isn't here tonight because his good lady has gone into labour. So if you're looking for some baby names, Lee, I'm sure that Adrian is a fantastic name, and you could also use it for a woman in theory in Adrian. Just bear with us 2 seconds. This is Rebels Radio from Slough. It's internet.
There's sort of a BMX track up there.
No, it's close.
Is it? Ah.
Yeah. It's still there. It's done well.
My son's daughter used to be the number ones up there.
Oh, right. I thought you were going to say you were doing it.
I actually did it a couple of times. The bigger bikes.
Alright, so we're all sorted and ready here. Just a few subs warming up here in front of us here. Lots of people having warm cups of tea. Lucky people. So it's a lot of bobble hats here. There's been there must be a big sale on the Billericay bobble hats of blue and white here. So they've even got a bottle bar and a sweet shop. I didn't even see the sweet shop. How did I miss the sweet shop here at Billericay town? That's crazy. I can't believe I missed this. I was walking around and missed the sweet shop. There's a sweet shop somewhere. So there you go. But I can't believe I missed that. The bottle bar, I walk past the bottle bar all the time. That's easy. Sweet shops, different thing. So we're still just waiting for everyone to come out. The rain's still coming down. A little bit heavy here at the AGP Arena, or the New Lodge as I remember it being called. But there you go. As with things nowadays, the money is in changing the name. So there you go. Rebel wants to say he thinks it's time for Flood to replace Saws. Now, I'm not sure that we can tell you this, but I don't think Chris Flood's here. We'll do it quietly just in case anyone's listening. But I don't think that Chris Flood is here today. I think he's stuck in traffic. He was trying to get from Manchester here, so I'm not sure that Flood's here, but don't let anyone tell you that, okay? That's not confirmed. I just haven't seen him, basically, is what I'm saying. I can just see that John Underwood's sitting in the dugout, and the dugout is like dug in more than a dug out here at Billericay, and all you can just see is John Underwood's head reflected at the bottom of the steps. Don't say that I've said that to him, please. But there you go. So still got the. There you go. Look, I forgot to turn off the stopwatch. That was steady on me, wasn't it? There you go. So there you go. So we'll be back again on Saturday. Slough will be at home to Gloucester City for the game. Details, of course, is there's also the Slough Town sponsored walk as well, which is happening again. It's the Sponsor Walk 2019 is in aid of the Slough Pit Stop project, which is based in Slough, and it helps with various projects to help children learn different skills. So that walk is going to be on Saturday the 23rd of March, and the walk will be going from Arbour Park will be away to Woking that day. So the walk is from Arbour Park in Slough to Woking's Kingfield ground. So that is on the 23rd of March. If you do want to sign up and do the walk, half the money goes towards the Supporters Trust, half goes to the nominated charity. It's 17 miles, and there'll be a 7 o'clock start for that walk. And so you can do that one. Or if you would like to donate, there's a small list of people going on. Just keep your eye on the Slough Town Supporters Trust website, sloughtownsportstrust.co.uk. You'll see more details, and there'll also be a way of sponsoring from afar via PayPal or whatever it is that they use nowadays to sponsor things like that. Is it PayPal and just giving or whatever it is? I can just see that John Porter's finally made it here this evening. I can just see a Slough Town umbrella. So it looks like we're going to be ready for the second half. John Underwood just chatting with the referee there. It looks like we're going to start the second half with Billericay with the kickoff. Slough shooting from right to left. It's proper getting heavy, the rain out there this evening now. It's Cadigan standing over the kickoff. I'm just waiting for that. I don't know what the referee's waiting for, to be honest. Everything seems to be in place. I'm still not sure what he's waiting for. But there you go. It is kickoff here for the second half here. And the ball is played here towards Wasmer. Wasmer's ball played down, headed away by Guy Hollis. Only as far as Waldron. Waldron trying to keep the ball in. Warren has Okay, sorry about that. We lost a bit of signal there. My apologies. I just had to reboot the computer there. Apologies for that. So hopefully we're back on now. Sorry about that there. But it's just that the bench here at all the press areas on is connected, and as soon as someone sits down at the far end and bangs it, it kind of jostles everything. It's knocked a little wire out. So we've had to restart for you. So. Still 1-1 here. The ball's here now with Kizzy, who's bringing the ball forwards. Skips it in towards Lafayette. Ball in. Hooked away though. Only as far as Emmanuel on the edge of the box. It's now trying to block it. It's blocked and shot. It's gone wide of the goal though by Emmanuel. And it's gone out for a corner. So apologies that you lost a little bit of sound there. Nothing happened in that time whatsoever. But... It's just one of those things here at the moment with where we're sat, unfortunately. So the corner comes in, it's played in, it's a goal! And it's scored by Kizzy with the goal. And you're not going to believe this again, but this time the goal is on 50 minutes, and yet again, for the fourth time in 2019, Slough concede a goal in the first 5 minutes of the second half. It happened on Saturday against Weston-super-Mare. It's happened against Torquay. It's happened against Wealdstone. And now it's happened at Billericay Town. Slough not starting these second halves very well at all. They're 2-1 down. The corner just come in. Just Kizzy rose up the right back and just a free header down. And 2-1 to Billericay. So there you go. And Slough again can't start second halves. So I'm not sure what's going on at the moment, but not a good sign from 7 games in the first of 2019 that they concede early and forward from. Ball played out here now by Davis in towards Warren Harris. Harris plays it inside towards Simon Dunn. Dunn has the ball inside towards Lynch. Lynch has got he's given the ball away, but there's a foul by Matt Lynch, and Lynch looks like he's going to get a yellow card for pulling back Cadigan. So Lynch gets a yellow card for the Rebels on 51. So the third yellow card here for Slough. For those of you who know Shouty Shortsman is back. And it's a free kick here though to Billericay, taken by Rooney. Rooney's ball played up towards Kaz Basmus. It's headed away by Scott Davies. Played back in here by Waldron on the far hand side. Guy Hollis is underneath it, and he just tries to let the ball roll out of play, and he does. It's out for a goal kick. So apologies that you lost a little bit of sound there. It's just unfortunately one of these things, unfortunately, at the moment with where we are set up. So there you go. Apologies for that. So it's a goal kick here now to Slough with Jack Turner to take. And a long ball played forwards here. Lynch trying to flick the ball on. It comes out here towards Howells. Howells in the ball towards Moses Emmanuel, finding Lafayette. Lafayette back towards Emmanuel. Ball comes down, comes off the Slough player off Fraser for a throw to Billericay. The rain is a little bit heavier here at the moment. And John Underwood braving the weather. As Neil Baker sits in the dugout for a little bit. The throw is just halfway inside the Slough half. It'll be taken by the left back Efete, and he's going to just going to wait for this throw to come in. As still hasn't taken the throw. Ball down the line here, looking for Coombs. It's headed on by Slough, but only as far as Cadigan. In here for the shot, blocked here by Lynch. The ball will come back out here towards Rooney. Rooney's ball on the far hand side, looking for the runner Cadigan. Cadigan trying to keep the ball in, but it just skips off the surface and out of play for a goal kick to the Rebels. Just bear with me for a second. Just going to try and do something quickly. Well, there you go. Hopefully that might sort the signal problem out here. We're having a bit of problem with our SIM card at the moment, which keeps cutting stuff out. So long ball down here by Turner in towards Warren Harris. Has time on the ball to turn and play it out here towards Sean Fraser. Fraser inside towards Simon Dunn. Dunn just scooting away from the challenge of Howells, finding Jackman playing left back tonight out here towards Lynch. Lynch down his left hand side, cuts the ball in on his right side, back towards Jackman. Jackman back out here towards Lynch. Lynch still trying to get a cross in, gets the cross in at the end. At the far post is Warren Harris. He gets a header down, he just can't direct it goalwards. It's out of play for a goal kick to Billericay. So there you go. There you go. So that early goal for Billericay, putting them 2-1 up here at the AGP Arena. Rain coming down quite heavily. As Julian, the goalkeeper, will take this goal kick. And Julian, long kick down the field, aimed again towards Coombs, headed away by Scott Davis. Only as far as Emmanuel can run with the ball, just overruns it a little bit. Davis sorry about that, so we just lost everything again. The computer's this time decided to shut itself down, so apologies. We are back for you. The rain is just getting a little bit heavier here as well. First substitution of the day is going to be coming on is number 17 for Billericay, who is Alfie Potter. He is replacing Cadigan, so Cadigan off, and it's Alfie Potter on. So first substitution of the day for Billericay. You haven't missed anything in the time that we've been away. We're just having a few problems here tonight, so please accept my apologies that you're missing a little bit of sound. But it's going to be a throw for Billericay on the far hand side. As the throw comes in, headed away by Sean Fraser, comes back in. Fraser with again header away towards Efete, back in towards Coombs. Coombs tries to hold the ball down. Ball comes through and Turner comes out, but it's Sam Togba that comes across to clear for Slough and out of play for a throw to Billericay on the far hand side. It's just waiting for a ball to come in here. So there you go. So we're back in. Ball comes through. It's a shot there by the substitute Potter, just wide of the goal, and it's a good effort by him, just over the top of the bar, but out of play. So there you go. Apologies for losing your sound there again. But it's still Billericay 2, Slough Town 1. And it's Jack Turner's ball played out in towards Guy Hollis. Hollis here in towards Warren Harris. Harris under pressure, back out towards Sean Fraser. Fraser in towards Scott Davies. Davies trying to turn, and he's got Chapman in space here down the left-hand side. Finds Chapman. Chapman little chest in, plays it in. Comes off Kizzy, but Chapman gets another touch, but into easily cleared by Rooney. And then Coombs speed into the ball, but it falls kindly here to Lafayette. Spreads it on the far-hand side to Moses Emmanuel, just on the edge of the box, trying to get in there. It's a great challenge in the end there by Simon Dunn. Turner can't, Fraser with the challenge. So now win it back here with Davis in towards Warren Harris. Down the line to Ben Harris. Harris trying to play it in for the run of Warren Harris to chase. Howells has come across though for Billericay. He plays it back towards the goalkeeper, and Julian clears well. Only as far as Simon Dunn. Dunn just 10 yards inside the Billericay arc. Plays it back out here towards Fraser. Fraser coming forward with the ball. Needs a bit of space. Comes out from Lynch on the right hand side. Lynch cuts back inside in towards Simon Dunn. So now a bit of possession, but need to try and get something from the end of this. Here with Davis turning away from Lafayette in towards Dunn. Dunn coming forwards now for Slough. As Lynch is turned into the centre. Centre spreads it out now towards Chapman. Chapman being closed down by Potter. Chapman down the line towards Swords. Swords gets the ball back here towards Chapman. Chapman just trying to skip past the turn. Turns and still has the ball here. Finding Fraser. Fraser little ball. Oh, Dunn just overshot on the ball. Win the ball back though for Slough. Tries to feed it in. Howells with the challenge to win the ball back. And it's here with Kizzy, the scorer of the second goal. Down the line for Sam Togwell to chase. It goes into that bit that you can't see. So I don't know what's going on down there. And it's here with Jack Turner. And Turner plays it out towards Lynch, who's come deep to try and get a Slough attack going. Skipping past Coombs in towards Chapman. Chapman the ball over top for Swords to chase. It's blocked here by Ben Harris. Ball still bouncing around. It was Rooney's clearance. Comes here towards Davis. Davis got time on the ball. Tries to dink a little ball in towards Sean Fraser. Fraser just comes up here, cuts inside the challenge, feeds it in towards Warren Harris. Harris down the right hand side. Gets a hard drill ball in. It's great clearance in the end. Comes out as far as Dunn. He takes his time on the ball, trying to chip it out here towards Swords. Swords gets the ball down and takes a shot. Easily saved. The ball bouncing in the box. It's blocked by Julian again. And this time it's corner. He's given a corner to Slough. Ben Harris with the second effort there that went in, that was blocked by the goalkeeper Julian. It's a corner to Slough. It's going to be taken on this near hand side, and it will be Scott Davies to take the corner. And the Billericay player doesn't want to give the ball back here for a corner. And Scott Davies it is will take this corner, in swinging corner here for Slough. They've got some players going forwards. Chapman comes short here and gets the ball into his feet. He puts it in right footed. It's far hand side. Headed away, beats Hollis to the ball. And it still comes out here towards Simon Dunn. Dunn finding Sean Fraser. Fraser comes across to Chapman, who's come back here to pick the ball up. Chapman spreads it out towards Scott Davis on this left hand side. Davis trying to create a bit of space to get across in. Has a bit of space now because Chapman's made the run. Davis goes on the far hand side for Lynch. Lynch keeps the ball in on the far hand side, just down that slopey bit. Crosses in first time. Ben Harris can't get it. Slough can't get there. There's a scramble, and it's gone out for a corner to Slough. And I think it was, I think it's Kizzy, the defender, who's blocked it at the back post there. Good defending by Billericay, but Slough with a bit of pressure here at the moment. And again, it's another corner from Scott Davies to come in. This time, I think he plays it short again to Josh Chapman. This time he plays it back out towards Davies. Davies gets a chance across. It's blocked though by Billericay. Waste of a corner there by Slough. Chapman, man on! And Chapman, just had to shout man on there. Ball came through to Sean Fraser. It was Ifete that was chasing Chapman down. Ball down the line though for Slough. Ball played in. It's coming off another Billericay player. It's another corner to Slough. Comes off Howells. So Slough with a corner down the far hand side. And Howells has just picked the ball up from about halfway in between the goals. Just walked it over to the goal and thrown it by the goal. Just wasting a little bit of time here. With Billericay leading 2-1. We've played 17 minutes of the second half. So now take another short corner in towards Sean Fraser. Fraser back here towards Davies. Davies in towards Fraser. Fraser just trying to create a bit of space. Gets across in, it's bouncing around. It comes through. Slough looking for a penalty for Charlie Wasmer, but not given there. It just hit him on the chest there. And you'll see a second substitution here for Billericay. Someone getting a very large cheer is number 6, Sam Deering. He's coming on for, it looked like number 9, which was Lafayette, which is it's actually Coombs who's running off, so I'm not sure what's going on there. And it is Coombs is coming across as well for some reason. No, it's not. It's Lafayette. There's a bit of confusion here because Lafayette's number was up, and it is Lafayette coming across. For some reason, Coombs came across. I don't understand why, but there you go. It's in the end. It's Deering off, and Deering getting a huge round of applause here. Obviously a fan's favourite who's maybe missed out a little bit under the stewardship of Dean Brennan, the previous manager, but he's back in and gets a loud clear. Ball played in here by Slough. It's headed away though, comes out as far as Josh Chapman. Chapman up against Potter, inside towards Soares. Soares can turn in towards Matt Lynch. Lynch coming down the left-hand side, being chased here by Deering. Lynch finding Soares. Soares trying to cross the ball in. It's a good ball in, but it's too close to the goalkeeper, and it's easily taken by Julian in the Billericay goal. And it's Slough with no sign of any substitution here at the moment. But early days. Long ball down here for Coombs. Coombs can't get a touch to it. Goes all the way through to Jack Turner in the Slough goal. And Turner this time, looks like the rain is just easing up a little bit here, but he rolls the ball out here towards Guy Hollis. Hollis needs to bring the ball forwards, finding Sean Fraser on the far hand side. Still halfway inside their own half, Slough. Back here towards Guy Hollis on the edge of his 18-yard box, finding Turner. Turner now takes a touch with his foot, trying to look for the ball. Coombs is going to try and chase the ball down. And the ball played forwards here, looking for Soares. Soares trying to flick it on. Lovely little flick on here towards Lynch. Lynch though being challenged by Potter. Lynch skips past his challenge down the byline here. Going to try and cut it in. Some really good defending, but Lynch still has the ball. And then as he's trying to hold the ball up, Potter comes in to take it off him and plays it down the line here for Coombs. Coombs under pressure gets challenged by Togwell. It's a foul for Billericay. A foul by Sam Togwell on Coombs. John Underwood not too impressed with the referee there. He didn't think that was much of a foul, and he's going to take it miles away from where the free kick was given. But it's Rooney is going to take the free kick here for Billericay, and it is Rooney with the ball played into the box. It's Sam Togwell heads it away towards Lynch. Lynch inside towards Dunst. Lynch has to get the ball back and stretch. Loses the ball though. And the ball played through by Deering. Looking for Emmanuel. And that is what Deering can do for you. But Emmanuel just couldn't get his feet to it. So now roll the ball out here towards Davis. Davis now bringing the ball forwards. Just running with unchallenged for 20 yards. Then plays it out on the far hand side towards Warren Harris. Harris with a chance to run at Effetti from deep. Trying to come down the right hand side. Effetti goes with him. It comes off. That's got to be a goal kicker, surely. It comes off Warren Harris last. It's given as a corner to Slough. They won't mind that one, but poor officials there on the far hand side. Slough take the corner quickly here towards Davies. Davies putting the ball into the box. It's underneath, and Julian has to take it just underneath his crossbar. And falls way wide of the goal, but unlucky there by Scott Davis. That was a cross that was just trying to creep in there at the far post. So Slough fans who are bunched together now behind the goal to our left, making they're singing Bakes and Under's Rebel Army. Every time they do that, Slough concede. So you have been warned. Little cushion header by Potter finds in Coombs, but Coombs has beaten into the ball. It's here with Sam Togwell. Togwell playing across to his centre-back partner Hollis. Hollis back towards the left-back Jackman, and Jackman playing it towards Togwell. So now just playing it deep inside their own half here at the moment. Sam Togwell trying to bring the ball forwards in towards Lynch. Lynch with the ball across towards Guy Hollis. Now trying to create a bit of space on the pitch here. Played out here towards Sean Fraser. Inside towards Simon Dunn. Dunn back in towards Fraser. Fraser, little cushion ball finding Ben Harris. One back though by Waldron for Billericay, but then Wasmer just pushes it and hits his own player. And Ifete plays it back towards the goalkeeper, Julian. Lynch tries to chase it down, but Julian's clearance is fine. Hollis heads it away. And Warren Howes keeps it in and then doesn't get impeded, but Howes has come back for Billericay to clear, but only as far as it's gone straight out of play actually for a throw. So it's a throw for Slough half inside the Billericay half. It'll be Fraser that takes the throw and finds Scott Davis. Davis immediately under pressure trying to bring the ball away from goal, but he's going backwards. This time he's now turned and going forwards. He's still got the ball. Little pass inside towards Simon Dunn. Dunn being pressurised by Howes. Inside here towards Chapman. Chapman skips past the challenge of Potter. Just got caught there and the ball played forwards for Potter to chase. And Potter keeps the ball in. It hits Sam Togwell on the back. Comes through to Coombs, who doesn't stop chasing. Coombs working hard for Billericay tonight. Plays it in here towards Waldron. Waldron trying to find Moses Emmanuel on the far hand side, but Fraser gave the ball away, and then he gave it away to Deering, and then fouled Deering in the process of trying to win the ball back. Free kick here to Billericay. It'll be Billericay taking the. This is what I don't get, is that Slough took a quick free kick in the first half. The referee let it go. Billericay have just done the same thing, and they calls it back. And that's what it is a lack of consistency in the referees at the moment in the National League South. So there you go. So it's a free kick here for Billericay, 30 yards away from goal. He's got Deering and Wasmer standing over it. And also standing over it is Coombs. And it looks like Coombs is going to be the player that takes it. Howes has just come over to have a little look, but it's Coombs that's going to take the free kick. Goes forwards, goal. Oh, what a goal by Adam Coombs! It's an absolute cracker, and the fault is at Jack Turner's. He thinks the ball is going over the top of the bar. It hits the underside of the bar, bounces down and goes in. It's an absolutely cracking goal by Adam Coombs on the far hand side, and on 70 minutes it's Billericay 3, Slough Town 1. And I tell you what, that is definitely one for the highlight show, because that is a cracking goal, and Jack Turner at fault for that one. He stood there, he watched it. It hit the underside of his crossbar. He was close to it, and it bounced down behind the goal and into the back of the net. And it's 3-1 here to Billericay, and you've got to say that Slough here this season, before Christmas, before the New Year, they didn't lose a single game by more than one goal. So far in 2019, they've lost 2 by more than one goal, and they're currently losing 3-1 here at the moment. So Slough in a bit of a slump here. At the moment, they will take the kick-off. We're just waiting for the Billericay players to get back into position. And Slough with the kick-off here. This Diamond done with it in towards Scott Davies. Finding Lynch. Lynch inside here towards Chapman. Chapman being pressured down the line towards Saws. Saws trying to hold it up. Loses the ball towards Potter. Potter skipping past a couple of challenges. Davis intercepts over for the Rebels and then chips it out on the far hand side trying to find Warren Howes. Ifete will get there first and just slips, but manages to gain his balance and plays the ball towards Howes. Ball played forwards looking for Emmanuel, but he won't get there. And it's through to Turner in the Slough goal. He has the ball 10 yards out of his penalty box. Plays it down. Kissy with the header away. It is snowing here now at Billericay. Ball's here with Matt Lynch. Manages to get the ball just down in towards Warren Harris. And Harris finds Scott Davis. Davis under pressure though just gives the ball away, and it's here though with Simon Dunn. Just being pushed off the ball by Deering, and then Deering plays it down the line here for Coombs, scorer of that sensational third goal, that free kick from 30 odd yards out. Coombs running down the near hand side. Wallace has won it back by just being the stronger of the players. Coombs down, just getting to his feet, but Slough had the ball here with Sean Fraser inside towards Ben Harris. He gives it back to Sean Fraser, who slips on the surface, and it's a throw to. I think you're going to see a substitution for the Rebels, and coming on is the man himself, Manny Williams. But I can't see who's coming off because he hasn't turned the board round. Simon Dunn is the player coming off for the Rebels. So Simon Dunn off, Manny Williams is the player coming on 73 minutes. So the first substitution for the. It has suddenly got colder here at the AGP Arena. Just bear with me for 2 seconds. Sorry, I've been sat here without my coat done. I was wondering why it was cold. It's properly snowing here now at the AGP Arena. Time for the game to be abandoned. Not really. We've only got around about 17 minutes left. And the ball's here with Coombs, scorer of that third goal. Just shrugging off a challenge, but gets fouled in the same time. And that'll be a free kick to Billericay. And Slough will need to be aware of this because it's a little bit further back from where Coombs took the last one. I doubt if Coombs is going to stand over the next one. He isn't. Deering is the player standing over this free kick here as the two centre-backs go forwards for Billericay. And finally we get to see some snow. And a proper little flurry as well. Not settling at the moment. It's Deering with this free kick. It's played in, well, it's a header goalwards, but it's easily saved by Jack Turner from the head of Rooney. And Turner trying to... I thought he was going to kick the ball down there quickly, but he's rolled the ball out here to Josh Chapman. He can bring the ball forwards. Here, being urged to bring it forwards. Inside here towards Lynch. Lynch has the ball. He's just trying to create a bit of space. Gives it towards Scott Davis. Davis under pressure. They will try and play the ball here towards Warren Harris. He's got Fraser in front of him if he needs it. Warren Harris just plays it in towards Manny Williams. Williams plays it out towards Fraser. Slough playing some good football, but no end product. Back in towards Manny Williams. Finding Fraser. Fraser inside towards Lynch. Lynch going to spread it out to Jackman on the near-hand side. Jackman here in front of us. Into finding Saws. Saws immediately under pressure from Kizzy, who's marked him out of the game well this evening. Togwell back in towards Lynch. Back in towards Sam Togwell. Finding Jackman. Jackman down the line for Ben Harris. Little ball inside back here for Jackman. Jackman running towards the goal. Just shrugging off a challenge. Plays it outside here towards Manny Williams. Williams has got Scott Davis coming down the right-hand side. Inside here towards Manny Williams. Williams trying to turn. Takes the ball with him. Holds the ball up. Again plays it back out here towards Scott Davis. Davis up against Emmanuel. Emmanuel just standing his ground there, blocking his run forwards. And he comes across here towards Lynch. Lynch back in towards Sam Togwell. Just inside his own half. Back here towards Davis. Julian telling his players to get up. Ball played forward looking for Ben Harris. It comes off the head of Rooney and out for a throw to the Rebels. Right by the corner flag. And Saws wants to take it short quickly. But Saws throws the ball in towards Jackman. Jackman finding Lynch. Lynch trying to cross the ball in. It's headed away easily though by Rooney. Comes through to Deering. Deering up against Davis. Deering turns him easily and runs with the ball. It's a chance to come through. Sam Togwell comes in with the clearance. And his clearance almost finds Louis Saws, who just stopped his run. And... it's gone out for a goal kick to Billericay Town. So it's suddenly the temperature has dropped a little bit here. We've got 14 minutes plus whatever the referee adds on here for this second half. I think you're going to see a third and final substitution. There's an injury to Moses Emmanuel, who's down injured here at the moment. So he's just getting some treatment. So a little break in play here this evening. Just want to apologise again for the couple of bits of breakups that we've had in the commentary here, but my apologies. We're going to try and sort something out with that very soon. We'll see if we can sort something out with it. There's obviously a problem somewhere that keeps cutting out. So Emmanuel just getting some treatment here at the moment. And it has suddenly got absolutely freezing here in Billericay. And we're just waiting. Emmanuel's coming off. It looks like he's going to be okay to come. Actually, it's Ifete. Sorry, my apologies. It's Ifete who's down the left back. Couldn't see his number there, so it's Ifete who's coming down. He's just been helped off the pitch here at the moment, so it's going to be a goal kick to start the game here, and it'll be Julian, the goalkeeper, to take this. Ifete still off the pitch here at the moment, so Billericay temporarily down to 10 men. And Julian just waiting his time. I think the snow is actually coming in at a different kind of level. It's not settling it here at the moment, but his long kick is easily headed on by Davis for Saws to chase. Julian tries to come out to see the ball, and he's going to see it out for a goal kick to Billericay. And it's... getting quite heavy, the snow here, but like I say, not settling here at the moment. I think the rain has helped with the fact that it's settling on wet ground rather than icy cold ground. Julian to take this goal kick here for Billericay Town. 3-1 up here at the moment against Slough. And it's Julian who gets in. Again, free header for Scott Davis. This time he heads it up in the air. And Emmanuel's underneath, up against Warren Harris. Emmanuel turns him, plays the ball inside towards Coombs, gets the ball back to Emmanuel, trying to feed the ball in towards Potter. Potter gets behind the Slough defence down the right-hand side. Jackman comes across to try and ease it up. Potter still with the ball though, and it's a challenge by Josh Jackman who wins the ball. And it's here now with Matt Lynch, deep inside his own half, trying to run through past Deering. Deering, very good player when he came on. Slough giving the ball away towards Howells. Howells finds Emmanuel. Emmanuel turns back and finds Howells. Howells under pressure from Soares in towards Wasmus. Wasmus ball well controlled brilliantly by Coombs, and then Coombs, surely that's a foul on Coombs. Referee says no, play on. Ball's out here now to the right hand side with Deering. Deering's ball inside finds Coombs. He dummies the ball, but Emmanuel hadn't read it, and it's picked up here by Scott Davis. Davis hits it at Louis Soares really hard. Soares does well to win and turn past his man and now run with the ball at the defence. Tries to feed in Ben Harris. Harris had to stop his run because he would have been offside, and that means that Julian will get the ball here for Billericay. Waits for Ben Harris to come down before he picks it up, and it looks like Slough have gone to a 4-4-2 formation, and Julian is just claiming he's got a bit of mud in his eye that was flicked up off the boot of Ben Harris. Julian's coming out to try and he's urging him to come forwards again before kicking the ball out. A little bit going on between those two. Ball play forwards to Coombs. Coombs wins the header again, but no one behind him, and it runs through to Turner, who just comes out of the edge of his goal to look to clear the ball. Inside here towards Sam Togwell. You're going to see a third and final substitution for Billericay in a second. Ball's here with Josh Jackman. Jackman up against Potter. Skips past his challenge. Plays it down the line for Ben Harris. Harris holds a turn up. Trying to feed it in towards Soares. Soares down the left-hand side. Gets across in. It's a little bit deep. It will come through to Warren Harris on the edge of the box. Feeds it in towards Scott Davis. And there's a reason that Scott Davis hasn't scored for Slough. And that is one of them. He crosses the ball in over the top of the back of the net when all he's got to do is whip the ball in or have a shot, and he doesn't take it. There's a player down here for Billericay. I think it's the number 2, Kizzy, scorer of the second goal. But Billericay are making a substitution anyway. He didn't turn it round, so we can't see who it is. It's number 15 who's coming on, which is Jesse Debra. But we're not and it is Kizzy that's coming off, who is the player down injured in the moment in the pitch. So Kizzy is coming off and Debra is coming on. That's the third and final substitution here for Billericay. And heavy flurries of snow coming down here at Billericay. Kizzy just getting a warm round of applause as he leaves the pitch here this evening. He scored the second goal of the game with that header. And he's defended well, just comes off and gets a handshake from O'Hara and Wheeler, and goes, looks like he's going to go straight into the changing rooms and sit in the warm. He's not silly. It's Julian to take this goal kick here for Billericay, and it's ball play forward, headed away though by Sean Fraser with Soares to chase, but again Julian comes to the edge of his box to pick the ball up, and we've got less than 10 minutes of this game left here. Ball's in the hands of the goalkeeper Julian, who just scoops up, spins in the air. It's won by Potter, who heads it the wrong way, and then Waldron's header goes out of play for a throw to the Rebels, and it's thrown in quickly here towards Scott Davis. Davis can turn away and finding Fraser down the right hand side. Fraser just plays it outside through to Warren Harris. Harris back in towards Davis. Davis under pressure chips the ball in towards Lynch. Lynch, he doesn't control the ball well. And one back here with Potter. And Potter just turning away from Lynch in a rather large circle, bringing the ball out. Gets caught by Ben Harris. It's a free kick to Billericay Town. Apologies if you hear any swear words there. And it's a free kick to Billericay, taken quickly by Waldron, finding Deering. Deering out on the far hand side to the left back Ifete. Ifete goes all the way back here to Wasmer. Wasmer back in towards Deering. Billericay keeping the ball here in these last few minutes. Lovely little triangle football here with Howells in towards Deering. Deering chipping the ball forward, trying to find Emmanuel. Lovely little head on by him, looking for Coombs, but Hollis is there on the far hand side and brings the ball out here for Slough, and then plays it in towards Warren Harris. Harris gives the ball away towards Howells. Howells Still holds the ball up on the far hand side, finding Coombs. Coombs, excellent play this evening from the centre forwards. Inside here towards Deering. Deering trying to create a ball into towards Coombs. Coombs has him to be forced back, goes all the way back here to Wasmer. 10 yards inside his own half, plays it forwards again towards Howes. Howes turns and plays it forward for Deering. Deering, first thing he wants to do is control the ball and then look forwards. But the ball comes back though from Emmanuel. Ball with Coombs. Billericay keeping the ball here in these final 10 minutes, stopping Slough getting the ball. And it's a good spell of play here by Billericay. Inside again towards Deering as now the snow comes down really heavy here. Great challenge by Guy Hollis to win the ball. The ball's here with Lench. Lench just eased off the ball easily by Fete. Ball's here with Deering who's going to shoot. It's blocked by Slough. Comes out here towards Waldron. Waldron plays it down the line for Potter. Potter holding the ball inside here towards Deering. Deering trying to turn and create. He's being held up here by two players. Jackman gets a touch over there. I can't see because there's a big sign in the way, but Jackman brings the ball out here for the Rebels. And inside here towards Scott Davis. Davis finding Manny Williams. Williams turns, plays it in towards Jackman, but behind him. And then Manny Williams has to try and win the ball back. Howes hooks the ball forwards towards Potter. Potter takes it in his stride. Skipping past a couple of challenges. Lynch is there first for Slough though with the challenge and plays it back towards Jack Turner in the Slough goal. But Slough under some good pressure here from Billericay. Ball played in towards Ben Harris. Takes it down on his chest. Holds the ball up. Inside towards Josh Chapman. It's like Lynch is a little bit tired here. Played the ball forwards. Headed away though only as far as Ben Harris got caught by Waldron. Waldron won the ball though according to the referee. Sam Togwell then chests the ball down for Slough. Inside here towards Scott Davis, chipping the ball forwards. Left by Soars. Soars here up against Debra. Soars keeps the ball in, finding Ben Harris on the edge of the box. Harris trying to skip past way. Gets a shot in. It's blocked by Rooney and out for... can't see if it's a throw or a corner. It's a throw. Ben Harris takes it quickly, finding Jackman. Jackman back inside towards Ben Harris, coming down the left-hand side. Plays it in short. Debra with the clearance away and out for a corner. And it is snowing heavily here in Billericay. So the Slough fans start singing Bakes and Under's Rebel Army. They'll just need another ball here. We're into the last 5 minutes, plus whatever the referee decides to add on. Scott Davis is going to take this corner for Slough. So it'll be Jamie O'Hara giving some really good, sensible instructions. I won't say what it was because it was rude. But let's just say, ball comes in, it's headed away, comes back out here towards Davis. He can't keep it in, it's out for a throw to Slough. And it's taken quickly here towards Jackman. Jackman needs to try and get the ball into the box. Instead, he plays it out here towards Lench. Lench is going backwards. Get the ball in the box, please, boys. Come on. Lench with the ball back here. Crossed it back in towards Jackman. Slough need the ball in the box. They're not playing it in. Here towards Scott Davis. Davis trying to turn down the sideline. Little back heel finding Soars. Soars being held by Deborah. Soars wins a throw. Plays it throw quickly in towards Josh Jackman. Jackman here towards Lench. Got to get that ball in the box if they want to score. Plays it out. It's a poor ball by Lench. Easily headed away though by Coombs. Only as far as Fraser. Fraser then chipping the ball back in. Trying to find Manny Williams. Skips past him and finds Soars on the back hand side. Soars up against Potter. Soars gets the cross in. It's bouncing around. A goal for Slough! And it's scored by Ben Harris. His second of the game. Coming from a Louis Soars cross. So Ben Harris scores on 86 minutes. And it's Louis Soars with the cross for that one. It's 3-2 here now. And Slough make a substitution. George. Okay, so apologies for that. With my internet is going totally here. It's still 3-2. Slough bringing the ball forward here with Wells. You can't control it. The snow is so bad here. It is actually settling properly now here at Billericay. We've already got 3 minutes of added time to come on. Please accept my apologies. I'm having to use my own internet connection, and the problem is it just keeps cutting out because A, it's so cold, and B, it's my own. We're waiting for a throw to come in. Debra hasn't taken it. While we were gone, Billericay hit the crossbar and had shot cleared off the line by Slough. Slough looking for a... They've still got trying to get the ball, but Debra has got the throw here for Billericay. He throws it long towards Deering. It comes out here towards Coombs, who's done well to keep hold of the ball. And he's going towards the corner flag into that little bit that I can't actually see. So I'm not 100% sure what's going on, but he's trying to hold the ball up. I think it's come out of play for a throw. And apologies to loss of the sound there at a crucial time. We're gonna have a look at this sometime this week. Slough win the ball back with a throw on the far hand side. And they play it back here towards Jack Turner. Turner's got the ball at his feet. He's going to bring the ball out here. The snow settling on the pitch here at Billericay. It's heavy snow here at the moment. Jack Turner standing here with the ball at his feet. Plays it forwards here for Slough. It's flicked on by Warren Harris. Comes through to Saws. Saws gambles at the far post, but he just overruns it, and it's saved by Julian at the feet of Saws. And Julian will just hold the ball in his hands here, just trying to kill this little bit of time. I make it where we've got 35 seconds of normal time left as Julian takes a long kick. Heavy snow coming down here at Billericay. Ball comes through to Coombs. Coombs hold up, but only as far as Davis. Davis back here towards Turner. Turner trying to lash the ball down here for Slough. It's Washburn heads it away, and it's going to go out of play for a throw to Slough. And Jack Turner being urged to go forwards here for Slough. But Slough take it quickly here with George Wells. Wells chipping the ball into the box far side. It's Julian, punches the ball away. Only as far as Sam Togwell. Leaves it in face for Jack Chapman. Blocking a great challenge in there by Fete, who blocks the challenge. It's out for another throw to Slough on the far hand side. It must have come off a Slough. Must have been an offside in there somewhere, because I think he's given a throw to Billericay. And it's they're taking their time with this throw. So Fetty on the far hand side, and he's just taking his throw. Ball comes in though to Slough. Played in here by Davis, trying to hooked clear in the end though. Only as far as Sam Togbo heads it up. Flicked on by Jackman. Ball still bouncing around here as Jackman playing right back. Ball's been hooked out of play. It's a throw to the Rebels. Slough will have a throw. They're going to wait for a ball to come in though. And it's going to be I think it's Sean Fraser taking the throw. He's going to throw it across here towards the substitute George Wells. Snow settling on the pitch here. Ball played forwards. Headed on there across here to Guy Hollis. Can't get there. Hooked clear by Deborah. It's George Wells with the header away, but only as far as Potter. And Potter being urged to play it forwards to Coombs. Coombs can't get there. But it doesn't matter. It's the final whistle here at Billericay. It's finished. Billericay 3, Slough Town 2. 3 goals for Billericay. The first one coming from Emmanuel in the first half. An equaliser by Ben Harris. Then in the second half, Slough conceded early yet again. This time from the corner from Kizzy on 50 minutes. They extended their lead through Adam Coombs on 70 minutes with an absolutely cracking free kick. And then Slough got one back laid on 86 through Ben Harris, his second of the game and his 10th of the season. But it's finished here. Billericay 3, Slough Town 2. My apologies again for the fact that we're running out of everything. I'm running out of data and everything. So we're going to have to do something about that. So from Saturday, we'll have to have a look at something. But Slough have lost here 3-2 to Billericay. They've played in, but Billericay are a very good team here. You've got to understand that, and they've got a very, very lovely ground here as well. Apologies again for loss of the things that you've had there. We've got to get on the coach here because it's absolutely freezing. Thank you again for listening, and again, apologies that you've lost a bit of sound in between. I'll have a look at that tomorrow, but apart from mostly due to the fact it's mostly about -2. The Slough players just going over to the Slough fans who have made the journey to give them a clap. We're all done here at the AGP Arena. Thank you very much for tuning in, and we will be back on Saturday where Slough are at home